What's going on, everybody? It's your boy MONEYBAGBRY. This is the Underground Night Show on Channel 401, and today we're going to be taking a trip to Michigan to talk about a group of individuals who thought it would be a good idea to kidnap the governor of Michigan. Let's get into it. In early 2020, the FBI became aware through social media that a group of individuals were discussing the violent overthrow of certain government and law enforcement components. Among those individuals identified were Croft and Fox. Through electronic communications, Croft and Fox agreed to unite others and their cause and take violent action against multiple state governments that they believe are violating the U.S. Constitution. On June 6, 2020, Croft, Fox, and approximately 13 other people from several states gathered in Dublin, Ohio. An informant was present at this meeting. The group talked about creating a society that followed the United States Bill of Rights and where they could be self-sufficient. They discussed different ways of achieving this goal, from peaceful endeavors to violent actions. At one point, several members talked about state governments they believed were violating the United States Constitution, including the government of Michigan and Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Several members talked about murdering tyrants or taking a sitting governor. The group decided they needed to increase their numbers and encouraged each other to talk to their neighbors and spread their message. As part of that recruitment effort, Fox reached out to a Michigan-based militia group. The militia group had already been brought to the attention of the FBI by a local police department in March 2020, when members of the militia group were attempting to obtain the address of local law enforcement officers. At the time, the FBI interviewed a member of the militia group who was concerned about the group's plans to target and kill police officers, and that person agreed to become an informant. As reported by a second informant and confirmed by the FBI, that the militia group periodically meets for field training exercises on private property in a remote area of Michigan, where they engage in firearms training and tactical drills. The undercover told the FBI that at the training on June 14, 2020, one of the founders of the militia group said he had been introduced to Fox. During that exercise, the militia group leadership had a call with Fox, who invited them to meet at his business in Grand Rapids, Michigan, later in the week. Fox, in coordination with Croft, met with members of the militia group at various times in June 2020. During one such meeting on June 18, 2020, which was audio recorded by the undercover informant, Fox militia group leadership, including Michigan resident Ty Garbin and the undercover, met at a Second Amendment rally at the state capitol in Lansing, Michigan. In an effort to recruit more members for the operation, Fox told Garbin and the undercover he planned to attack the capitol and asked them to combine forces. As previously discussed, the FBI was able to monitor much of the activity between Fox and others through the use of informants. On June 14, 2020, the informant participated in a consensually recorded telephone call with Fox, who described the meeting in Dublin, Ohio. Fox said he needed 200 men to storm the Capitol building in Lansing, Michigan, and take hostages, including the governor. Fox explained they would try the governor of Michigan for treason, and he said they would execute the plan before the November 2020 elections. On June 20th, 2020, Fox, Garbin, and several other individuals, including the informant, met at Fox's business in Grand Rapids. As part of Fox's operational security, the attendees met in the basement of the shop, which was accessed through a trapdoor hidden under a rug on the main floor. Fox collected all of their cell phones in a box and carried them upstairs to prevent any monitoring. The informant was wearing a recording device, however, and captured the audio from the meeting. The attendees discussed plans for assaulting the Michigan State Capitol, countering law enforcement first responders and using Molotov cocktails to destroy police vehicles. The attendees also discussed plans for an additional meeting during the first weekend of July, when they would also conduct firearms and tactical training. On June 25, 2020, Fox live-streamed a video to a private Facebook group that included the informant, in which he complained about the judicial system and the state of Michigan controlling the opening of gyms. Fox referred to Governor Whitmer as this tyrant bitch and stated, "I don't know, boys, we gotta do something. You guys link with me on our other location system. Give me some ideas of what we can do." The video was preserved by the FBI. On June 28, 2020, Fox's girlfriend, Garvin, Michigan resident Caleb Franks, Michigan resident Brandon Caserta, and the informant attended a tactical training exercise at the Munith, Michigan residence of a militia group member. After the training, Franks left the residence. Other people, including Fox, Garvin, Caserta, and the informant, remained at the residence and were told to leave if they were not willing to participate in attacks against the government and in kidnapping politicians. Fox, Garvin, Caserta, and the informant stayed for the rest of the meeting. Franks left before the end of the night, though his departure does not appear to be related to Frank's commitment to the conspiracy. Over the weekend of July 10th and 12th, 2020, Fox, Croft, Garvin, Franks, Caserta, and the informant and others attended a FTX in Cambria, Wisconsin. Attendees participated in firearms training and other combat drills. On July 11th at the exercise, Croft and a member of the militia group attempted to construct an improvised explosive device, or IED, using black powder, balloons, a fuse, and BBs for shrapnel. Croft, Garvin, and the militia group member attempted to make a second IED using similar components. The construction of the device was faulty and they did not detonate as planned. The informant provided the FBI with the video of the event. Franks also brought and fired a rifle with a silencer at the exercise. Attendees shared photos and video recordings of the exercise in Facebook discussions that included the informant. On July 18, 2020, Garvin, Fox, Croft, Harris, Franks, and the informant and other individuals met in Ohio. The informant provided the FBI with an audio recording of the meeting. The attendees discussed attacking a Michigan State Police facility, and in a separate conversation after the meeting, Garvin suggested shooting up the governor's vacation home, which is located in the Western District of Michigan. The same day, Garvin told the informant and others that he did not want to go after the Capitol. He said he was cool with going after the governor's vacation home, however, even if it only resulted in destruction of property. On July 27, 2020, the informant met Fox at his business in Grand Rapids. The informant provided the FBI with an audio recording of the meeting. Fox said that their best opportunity to abduct Governor Whitmer would be when she was arriving at or leaving either her personal vacation home or the governor's official summer residence. Both residences are located in the Western District of Michigan. Fox described it as a snatch and grab, man. Grab that fucking governor. Just grab the bitch. Because at that point, we do that. Dude, it's over. Fox said that after kidnapping the governor, the group would remove her to a secure location in Wisconsin for trial. Fox suggested they get a realtor to help them find the exact location of the vacation home and collect information on the surrounding homes and structures. Fox discussed the importance of knowing the layout of the yard, homes, and security. Fox stated they needed to map out the surrounding property and gates, and they needed plumbers and electricians to help them read blueprints to refine their strategy. Fox also suggested recruiting an engineer or IT guy, a demo guy, and other operators. On July 27, 2020, Fox asked an encrypted group chat, which included Garvin, Harris, Franks, and the informant, "Okay, well, how's everyone feel about kidnapping?" No one responded to the question. On July 28, 2020, Fox told the informant over the phone that he had narrowed down his attack targets to the vacation home and the summer residence. The call was not recorded. The same day, Fox posted the following to a private Facebook page. "We about to be busy, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the Patriots show up. Sacrifices his time, money, blood, sweat, and tears. It starts now, so get fucking prepared." On August 9th, 2020, Fox, Garvin, Harris, Franks, and the informant participated in a tactical training in Munich, Michigan. The informant provided the FBI with an audio recording of the training. Fox asked the group about kidnapping Governor Whitmer. According to the informant, Garvin initially expressed reluctance to talk about the plan in that setting. After the training, Fox and the informant and others participated in a group call that was recorded by the informant. Fox suggested another member of the militia group could gather information about Governor Whitmer's primary residence in Lansing, and Fox discussed destroying the governor's boat. After the call, Fox, Franks, Garvin, Harris, and the informant communicated in an encrypted group chat. In that chat, Harris stated, "Have one person go to her house, knock on the door, and when she answers it, just cap her. At this point, fuck it," he added. "I mean, fuck, catch her walking into the building and act like a passerby and fix and dome her then yourself. Whoever does it." In a follow-up chat about the plan, Franks told the informant, "Okay, sounds good. I'm in for anything as long as it's well planned." On August 18th, 2020, in an encrypted group chat that involved Fox, Harris, Garvin, Franks, and the informant and others, Franks expressed interest in taking part in a surveillance of the vacation home. In an effort to locate the governor's vacation home, one of the members named specific cities where it could be located and told the group to check these cities. In a private chat later, on August 18th, 2020, the same person told the informant the name of the lake in northern Michigan where the vacation home is located. And he said he was looking for an escape route using a boat on the lake. The conspirators often communicated via encrypted online platforms and used code words or phrases to describe their plan in a self-proclaimed effort to avoid law enforcement detection. For example, on July 4th, 2020, the informant and Garvin contacted Fox by telephone. The call was recorded by the informant. Fox said he had researched the governor's office online and he believed that the governor kept only a ceremonial office in Lansing. Fox wondered aloud whether the group just needed to party it out, make a cake, and send it, in what the informant believed was a coded reference to sending a bomb to the governor. Fox discussed the need to train for the next 3 months to be ready to engage. Fox stated, "In all honesty, right now, I just want to make the world glow, dude. I'm not even fucking kidding. I just want to make it all glow, dude. I don't fucking care anymore. I'm just so sick of it. That's what it's gonna take for us to take it back. We're just gonna have to everything. Gonna have to be annihilated, man. We're gonna topple it all, dude. It's what great freaking conquerors, man. We're gonna conquer every fucking thing, man." Fox and Garvin further discussed the need for government to collapse because it has become so tyrannical. On July 26, 2020, Fox told the informant that he had not heard back from the baker, which the informant understood to mean an explosive manufacturer. Fox told the informant that he thought it might be better to focus on the vacation home and summer residents as potential targets. Fox also said maybe we should just make a bunch of cupcakes and send them out, in apparent reference to a more widespread bombings campaign. The informant understood these code words and phrases because the group often used such language when talking about their explosives. On August 23, 2020, Garvin, Harris, Franks, Caserta, and the informant and 3 other individuals met at Harris's residence in Lake Orion, Michigan. The informant provided FBI with an audio recording of the meeting. The group had discussed concerns about being infiltrated by law enforcement, and all attendees were required to bring personal documents to confirm their identities. During the meeting, Caserta asked Franks, "Where you at?" Franks responded, "Same place. I'm ready to get it on. Doesn't matter. It could be 'cause somebody looked at us wrong." The informant, referring to Fox, stated, "He is all about fucking killing her." Caserta responded, "God, go on someone's property and stuff like that. I would rather not scare them, especially if it's a fucking political parasite. The world would be better without that person. I'll say that." The informant explained that was why Fox wanted to do recon for the plan. The group discussed surveilling the vacation home in preparation for attacks on the governor, and Franks advised that he had recently spent almost $4,000 on a helmet and night vision goggles. To address their concerns about law enforcement infiltration, the attendees agreed to move their group chat to a different encrypted messaging application. Because the group still included informants, the FBI has maintained the ability to consensually monitor the chat communications. On August 29, 2020, Fox, the informant, and another individual conducted surveillance of the vacation home. The informant provided the FBI with an audio recording of the operation. Fox used his cell phone to attempt to locate the residence, but initially they had trouble finding it. He had contacted a friend who had assisted them in the past. The friend told him where the vacation home was located and sent pictures of the home from the internet. Fox and the other individual located the vacation home, took photographs and slow motion video from their vehicles as they drove by it, and discussed conducting additional surveillance from the water at a later date. The other individual then looked up the location of the local police department and Michigan State Police in the area, and used them to estimate how long it would take law enforcement to respond to an incident at the vacation home. During the surveillance operation, Fox said, "We ain't gonna let them burn our fucking state down. I don't give a fuck if there are only 20 or 30 of us. Dude, we'll go out there and use deadly force." On August 30th, 2020, Fox shared photos from his surveillance trip to the encrypted chat group, which included Franks, Harris, Garbin, the informant. Garbin offered to paint his personal boat black to support the surveillance of the vacation home from the lake where the vacation home is situated. In a text message conversation the same day, Garbin asked the informant how the surveillance trip had gone. The informant shared a screenshot of a map of the area, which happened to show a bridge in the vicinity. Using symbols and emoticons, Garbin replied, "If the bridge go down, it's all X, the wave," suggesting demolition of the bridge would hinder a police response. The informant provided the FBI with an image of a hand-drawn map of the lake near the vacation home with the mileage of the nearest police departments and the estimated response time. The informant provided FBI with a picture of Fox drawing that map. Over the weekend of September 12th and the 13th, 2020, Fox, Croft, Garbin, Franks, Harris, Caserta, the informant, and an undercover FBI agent and another individual attended a FTX at Garbin's property in Luther, Michigan. The location is approximately an hour and a half from the vacation home. The informant and the FBI agent used audio recordings during the meeting and exercise. Croft brought what he referred to as his chemistry set, which included components for an IED. According to the informant, Croft constructed an IED by removing the cap from a commercial firework, adding additional black powder, and wrapping the device in pennies and electrical tape as shrapnel. During the exercise, the group set the device in a clearing surrounded by human silhouette targets, and Croft detonated it to test its anti-personnel effectiveness. At the exercise, Fox took aside Croft, Garbin, Franks, Caserta, the informant, and the FBI agent, and 4 other people. Fox briefed them on the plan to kidnap Governor Whitmer, and he told them about his first surveillance of the property. Fox selected Croft, Garbin, Franks, the informant, and the FBI agent, and 4 other people to conduct a nighttime surveillance of the vacation home in preparation for the kidnapping. Harris, Caserta, and another individual remained at the camp in Luther. Harris became aware of the surveillance the next day, and he expressed regret that he had not participated in the surveillance operation. On September 12, 2020, while driving from Garvin's property to Cadillac to bring others to the property, Fox told the informant and another individual that the vacation home is the governor's actual house and it's a perfect fucking setup. Out of everywhere that she resides, this is the only house that's probably actually feasible with a success rate. That conversation was recorded by the informant. During the late night of September 12th and early morning of September 13th, the group drove from Luther to the vicinity of the vacation home in 3 separate vehicles. The informant and the undercover FBI agents audio recorded the operation. Before leaving Luther, Croft asked Fox if the surveillance participants were armed. Fox confirmed that they were, and Croft suggested that they take opportunity to conduct an act of violence that night. Croft was eventually dissuaded of this notion and decided to wait for a better time. Fox, Croft, the informant, and the FBI undercover agent, and an individual from Wisconsin traveled in the first vehicle. While in the vehicle, Croft and Fox discussed detonating explosive devices to divert police from the area of the vacation home. They stopped at the M31 highway bridge on the way, where Fox and the informant inspected the underside of the bridge for places to see an explosive charge. Fox took a picture of the bridge's support structure, which he later shared with the informant in their encrypted chat. From there, they drove to a public boat launch across the lake from the vacation home to watch for the other cars in their group. Garvin, Franks, and another individual from Wisconsin traveled in the second vehicle to the vicinity of the vacation home. A digital dash camera was mounted in the vehicle and was activated to record the surveillance for later reference, which footage was later shared with the informant who provided it to the FBI. External facing video footage from the camera shows what the conspirators observed of the governor's neighborhood, while the internal facing footage captured Garvin, Franks, and the other member inside the vehicle on the way to the vacation home. A review of the dash camera footage revealed GPS data indicating that the vehicle was located in the close proximity to the vacation home next to the lake. When the second vehicle arrived, the team contacted Fox, who was located in the first vehicle, to determine if they could see each other's light across the lake. Garvin asked the first vehicle, "Can you see my light?" Croft asked the second vehicle, "You got our guys?" The informant replied, "We got you." 2 of the individuals and the FBI agent drove to the lake in the third vehicle. They were tasked by Fox to drive around and make sure no one was following or surveilling the group. During the surveillance operation, Fox stated she fucking goddamn loves the power she has right now, and that she has no checks and balances at all. She has uncontrolled power right now. Croft stated, "All good things must come to an end." Fox also remarked, "I can see several states attacking their fucking tyrants. Everybody takes their tyrants." The group also discussed how many people should be involved in the kidnapping operation. During the ride back to Garvin's property, Frank stated, "We're doing all this reconnaissance work, so it should go smooth." After arriving back at Garvin's property, the informant asked, "Everybody's down with what's going on?" And someone stated, "If you're not down with the thought of kidnapping, don't sit here." Garvin replied, "Oh no, we're not kidnapping. That's not what we're doing," which sparked general laughter. Amidst the laughter, another voice said, "No children," and a voice added, "We're adult napping." Frank stated, "Kidnapping, arson, death, I don't care." The group then started discussing destroying the vacation home. On the morning of September 13, 2020, the group reconvened at Garvin's property in Luther, Michigan. Fox gathered Croft, Garvin, Franks, Harris, Caserta, the informant, and the FBI undercover agent, and 2 other individuals. The informant recorded the discussion. Fox confirmed with the members that they were the group that was going to kidnap Governor Whitmer. An FBI undercover agent told Fox that it will cost approximately $4,000 to procure the explosive that Fox and Croft want to use to blow up the bridge leading to the vacation home. Fox later shared that information with the group. The group agreed to conduct a final training exercise in late October. On September 14, 2020, Fox posted in the group's encrypted chat that he did not want the exercise to be the last week in October because it would leave insufficient time to execute the kidnapping before the national election on November 3, 2020. The group agreed to use the time until the final training exercise to raise money for explosives and other supplies. On September 17, 2020, on an encrypted group chat that included Fox, Garvin, Franks, Harris, Caserta, the informant, and others, Fox asked the group what it thought of a militia group invitation to participate in an armed protest at the state capitol. Garvin replied, "I would highly advise minimizing any communication with him. Also, there needs to be zero, and I mean zero, public interaction if we want to continue with our plans." Caserta replied, "When the time comes, there will be no need to try and strike fear through presence. The fear will be manifested through bullets." Fox responded, "Copy that, boys, loud and clear." On September 30th, 2020, Fox called the informant on the phone, and the informant recorded the conversation. During the call, Fox discussed purchasing a taser for use in the kidnapping operation. Fox told the informant that Croft, Garvin, Harris, Franks, Caserta, and others were aware of the $4,000 cost. On October 2nd, 2020, Fox confirmed he purchased an 800,000 volt taser in an encrypted chat message with the informant. FBI's review of recent encrypted group chats indicates that in preparation for their plan to kidnap Governor Whitmer, Fox, Garvin, Harris, and Franks planned to meet with the FBI undercover agent on October 7, 2020 to make a payment on explosives and exchange tactical gear. Caserta said he could not attend because he will be at work. Croft has returned to Delaware and is now available for this exchange. On several occasions, Fox has expressed his intention and desire to kidnap Governor Whitmer before November 3, 2020, the date of the national election. Well, damn, these have got to be the stupidest group of individuals on the face of the earth. To actually think it would be a good idea to try and kidnap the governor of Michigan, of any state, to kidnap any elected official, anybody that works for the government, that's in a position of power, bro. He's just asking for trouble. Even if they would have gotten away with it, which they wouldn't have. These guys are driving around, recording themselves, recording the house of where the governor lives. I mean, like, why would you want to have evidence of yourself committing a crime? Like, that's a criminal 101. You never create evidence to give to the police. God forbid you do get caught, which in this case they did. They had an informant that was actually working with the FBI. They obviously they got scared when shit was getting real, and they couldn't handle the what was about to happen, and so they ended up contacting the FBI. And then they was actually a FBI undercover that started working with the group as well, that they actually got set up with to buy some explosive. So at first, when I first saw this, I thought it was really like a comedy skit for a movie or something, because when you read about it, these guys, the way they're talking, the things they're saying, just the way they're going about the whole thing is really funny, especially when you've been around the way, you know how these things work. I mean, a thief, a killer, and then just born from one day to another. You know, this is you literally, like, you graduate, you start off with little things that prepare you to be able to take on bigger tasks like that. Not saying that you can't kill someone, but I mean, these guys are talking about kidnapping someone, and they're trying to plan this, that, and the other. Little do they know they have a rat in their circle, which, you know, I'm kind of glad it did go down like that, because I mean, these guys would have put themselves in, ended up, I think they all got like 15 years. They would have definitely got more if they would have actually gotten away with it and gotten to cause harm or even kill the governor. So that's just crazy. So on the bright side for them, they only got 15, which sucks, I know, but could have been worse. The governor is safe and out of harm's way. But let me know what you guys think. It's your boy MONEYBAGBRY. This is the Underground Night Show on channel 401. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Until next time, I'm out.